Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Lemon. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Trojans are on the move. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Trojans. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Randall. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Hold it. Finds his man on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that
trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the out. This offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. He'll go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time. Getting hit as he's trying to throw the football, you've got to protect your quarterback.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Rice is going to enjoy the trip back to Houston after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And down he goes back at the 3.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Going to the stiff arm to create a little breathing room as he gets it out to the 12.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd down, going up top. Throwing on the run. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
Fires one high and deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Here's the pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Going to the ground. It's a seam wide open. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Powers through. And he'll be shoved out of bounds right at the 4-yard line.
defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Using his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Pushes for the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking to the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Third and goal, where the strong come through. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Using the quick game. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And they're going to try this on 4th down. They need a full 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Was to pass. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown and now get nothing. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, a first down. Was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Makes a connection. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fair catch, called for and made. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Good timing on the quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And he was able to break one tackle tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
And this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. You better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This time he's got it. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up first and goal from the 7. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback keeper. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Under fire. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure. They able to sort of throw them out of rhythm.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been over.
Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Going over the top. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Randall. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the 2nd half. Thrust that arm out. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Clemson is quick to the line. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Right down the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Back to pass, it's Mayava. He lets one fly deep. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Randall. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. High the chains now on second and long. The give from the gun. Oh, out of space. He smashes his way through again. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sanders. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the ground, it's Sanders. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's
going to take a shot. And he makes the grab at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Trojans! My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard. And that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to fire to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Klubnik. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. Brings it in down the left side. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Clemson jumps to the line. Off play action. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab on the right. One word to describe this guy: unstoppable. Over 150 yards receiving, and he is putting the gold into that Cardinal and gold.
And they do such a good job with this offense year after year. If you're a USC OC, you got stars. On the outside, you got speed. You know how to highlight them. You know how to find them. And you know how to feed them for big days like this.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Quickly to the tight end. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Looking to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, under-talked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you...
Makes the grab past the marker. Smashes ahead. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for the score! And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd round. It's a really good route.
Scores on the sneak.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And what a huge scoring extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Fair catch is made. They'll spot it at the 7, and a long way to go for this offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Got it behind the line. It's Sanders. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Turns it on in midfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Under fire. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he did a good job to get the foot down inbounds, but only picked up a yard and not enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, they need to work with more space, Reese. I mean, it's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary, just a toe tap and get 1 yard. You got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
You got to like the offense being aggressive and going for it on 4th down, especially when you get it. Because if you didn't get this, obviously, this idiot would be up here talking about how dumb.
Touchdown, Trojans! And they score first here in overtime.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking left. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Tigers. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
And what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1. What do you do?
And they made it look easy too, David. And you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily, maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.